welcome you to Viva Las Vegas. Well, folks, this is it. Alpha League Division Series, game number 5. This is the decider, who squares off against the Connecticut 93ers. Anthony Hardy, the captain here, bringing you the action. It's New Orleans Satchmos taking on the Nevada Sundogs. That being said, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting New Orleans Satchmos. Goes a little something like this. Jackie Chan is going to be kicking things off. He, as usual, will be at third, followed by Brad Pitt, Justin Bieber, Wayne Brady, Bruno Mars, Kieran Culkin, Chris Tucker, Tom Felton, and the pitcher Kev on stage. They'll be scoring off against Lord Scott Patterson, a.k.a. Scott Smith. That being said, let's go to the field. Jackie Chan makes his way to the plate as we're getting ready to get underway. And the initial pitch is out of here! For the initial pitch of the deciding game of the Alpha League Division Series, we got a solo shot from Jackie Chan. Can Brad Pitt capitalize? And it's strike one to Brad Pitt. Strike two. Say goodnight. Justin Bieber's up next. On the ground. And Bill Barker to Janet Abraham is in time. Wayne Brady, the cleanup hitter, is up next. On the ground, foul. 1-1 in the dirt. On the ground, Kieran Colt. Weber to Abraham for out number 3. Solo shot for Jackie Chan. Sundogs coming to bat. Before they do, let's take a look at the starting lineup. It goes a little something like this. Kicks things off with Lindsey Francis, the Golden Girl, followed by Stacy Blitch. Janet Abraham will be at first, followed by Bill Barker, Tim Washington, Jason McDaniel at second, Mark Weber, Shea Brown, Warrior Princess, and Lord Scott Patterson. Per usual, they'll be taking on Kev on stage. Starting things off for the Sundogs is Lindsey Francis, the Golden Girl, who square off against Kev on stage. And way early on that one, 0-1. 1-1 outside. In there for strike 2. The 0-1-2. Outside, 2-2. The Chucklery. Got her. In steps Stacy Blitch. Tails back inside in time, 0-1. 0-2, swinging to miss a ball in the dirt. Just it over to the left, and under it is Bieber for out number 2. Make way for the Abrahammer. Inside, almost got her, 1-0. Outside, 2-0. The 2-0. In there for strike 1, swing and a miss. Three and 1 now. In the air, opposite field, splash down! Scores tie, 1-1, thanks to the solo shot from Janet Abraham, the Abrahammer. In steps Bill Barker, can he capitalize on this one? Outside, 1-0. Two 2-0 now. Three and 0. Three and 1 now inside. Way early on that one. Full count now. Payoff pitch coming right here, right now. Ball 4. With Bill Barker aboard, in steps Tim Washington. And over in left center, base hit. That's going to ricochet off the wall. And runners are going to be at the corners. Bill Barker's at third. So runners at the corners, 1 gone. And in steps Jason McDaniel. 2 gone, excuse me. 1-0. In there, 1-1. And tails back inside, 1-2. The 0-1-2. Lays off the ball in the dirt easily. Chuck Woolery. And over in right center base hit. Scoring is Barker. To third is Washington. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Sundogs. Mark Weber makes his way to the plate. Can he capitalize? 1-0. Once again, the Sundogs are playing for their fallen heroes, including Sean Atkinson, Mark DeMarro, John Morrissey, and others. And the ground out to second is in time. 2-1 in favor of the Sundogs. We'll go to the top of the second, starting with Bruno Mars for the Satchmos. On the ground, he gets past the infielders, and it's a base hit. Can Kieran Colgan capitalize? Runner goes. Strike one, and the throw is in plenty of time. Over in shallow center base hit, and Kieran Colgan's aboard. In steps Chris Tucker. Kieran Colgan goes. Swing and miss. Throw over to second. It's not even close. Kieran Colgan's tagged out, caught stealing. 1-1 now. Already 2 gone. Swings and misses the ball in the dugout, 1-2. Got him! Nothing doing this time around. To the bottom of the second we go, starting with Shea Brown, Warrior Princess, followed by Scott Patterson, and the top of the lineup, Lindsey Francis. And it's ball 1. Shea Brown looking to get out of the cold spell that she's in. Ooh, way early on that one, 1-1. Way late on that one, 1-2. Got her. Pitcher versus pitcher with Scott Patterson. And swings and misses the ball in the dirt. 0-1. On the ground, Taylor's edge over to Wayne Brady for out number 2. At the top of the lineup we go, starting with Lindsey Francis. She struck out her first trip. On the ground, foul. 1-1 now. And just over, bobbles it. And they make the recovery over at first. 1-2-3 go the Sundogs. 2-1 in favor of the Sundogs. And in steps Tom Felton to begin the top of the inning number 3. And it's a strike. Right down Broadway, 0-2. Tries to get him to say goodnight, but it's tails outside. Just it over to left, and it's going to be a grounder and base hit. It's going to ricochet off the wall. Time to make way for the pitcher, Kev on stage. And back over on ground, this could be 2. Out there, and 2 for the price of 1 for the Sundogs. In steps Jackie Chan. He kicked things off with a homer. And over in right center field gap, base hit. And this is going to equal extra bases for Jackie Chan. He's in there with a 2-out double. Brad Pitt's up next. He struck out his first trip. Lays off ball in the dirt, 1-0. In there for strike 1. On the ground. Daniel Abraham for out number 3. 1 left for the Satchmos. To the bottom of the third we go, starting with Stacy Blitch. And here is Stacy Blitch. Janet Abraham follows. And juts a foul over to the right. Left, excuse me. Swings and misses ball in the dirt, 0-2. 1-2 now. And juts a foul, got a piece of it. And over in left into center base hit. Brad Pitt quickly puts it back in, and in steps Janet Abraham. Opposite field, splashdown. And on the ground, this could be 2. Out there, and 2 for the price of 1 for the Satchmos. Let's see what Bill Barker does. 1-0. He walked his first trip. In there for strike 1. And back over to Kevin on stage, over to Wayne Brady for out number 3. Nothing doing this time around. Still 2-1 in favor of the Sundogs. To the top of the 4th we go, starting with Justin Bieber. 0 for 1 in the game. And Justin over and left, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to equal extra bases. Over the 2nd. Kick things off the 4th with the double. And in steps Wayne Brady. Can he capitalize? And it's 1-0. And swings and misses, 1-1. Look, Beaver now the pitch. And over and right. That's going to be a base hit. Runners are going to be at the corners. Let's see what Bruno Mars can do. Base hit his first trip. Lays off the ball in the dirt, 1-0. 1-1 now. And over and right. That's going to score 1. Scoring is Beaver. The 3rd is Brady. The 2nd is Mars. And runners are going to be in scoring position. RBI double for Bruno Mars. Can Kirikou capitalize? It's now 2-all. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 now. And on the ground. And throw home. And Brady is out. Chris Tucker's up next. He struck out his first trip. And swing and misses, 0-1. 0-2, quickly in the hole. Got him, say goodnight. Let's see what Tom Felton does. In the dirt, 0-1. Where's at the corners? 2-all. And over in center, and it's going to fall in front of Lizzie Francis. It's now 3-2 in favor of the Satchmos. Let's see what Kevin on stage does. He ran in a double play his first trip. 0-1. 0-2 quickly in the hole. Over in shallow left center, base hit. And everybody's going to be safe. The bases are going to be loaded. Can Jackie Chan capitalize? 0 for 2 in the game. Homer in a double. Swing and miss. 0-1. And over in center. And Francis is not going to get there. 2 more runs are going to score for the Satchmos. Make that 3. It's now 5-2 in favor of New Orleans. Now 6-3, excuse me. 6-2, excuse me. 6-2 in favor of the Satchmos. And Brad Pitt's going to be at it. Lizzie Francis, and this time she makes the play. 5-run score for the Satchmos. It's now 6-2 in favor of New Orleans. To bottom of the 4th we go, starting with Tim Washington, and Keanu Reeves is going to be taking over on the mound, and he juts it foul. Tails inside, 0-2. Got him. Say goodnight. Jason McDaniels up next. Base hit his first trip. Easily lays off on that one. 1-0. Ball in the dirt, but swings and misses. 1-1. Outside, inside. 2-1. 3-1 now. And just a foul over to left. Heads up out there. And ball 4. McDaniels aboard. Let's see what his partner Mark Weber does. And swings and misses ball in the dirt 0-1. Comes up empty and the ball in the dugout. Quickly 0-2. Got him. Say goodnight. Shea Brown's up next. Struck out on first trip. Can't you get out of the cold streak? 1-0. 1-1 now. Has love for the runner, now the pitch. And Justin over in left, and that's going to be a base hit. It's going to ricochet off the wall. And the runner at third is going to make it. Runners at the corners, 2 gone. And in sets the pitcher, Lord Scott Patterson. And Judson foul over to the left. 0-2, quickly in the hole. Back over to the pitcher, and throw to second is in time. None shall pass. To the top of the 5th we go. Start with Justin Bieber. 6-2 in favor of the Satchmos. And uppercut, Tim Washington. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Instead, Wayne Brady, 1 for 2 in the game. And just nips the inside corner, 0-1. 1-1 now, tails outside. And over in left, right, and under a Shea Brown for out number 2. Bruno Mars is up next. 2 for 2 in the game. Can he make it 3 for 3? And he makes it. No, she makes the catch. Lindsey Francis makes the catch. It's 1, 2, 3, go the Satchmos. To the bottom of the 5th we go. And speaking of Lindsey Francis, she's up right here, right now. Outside, 1-0 for Keanu Reeves. And Justin over in left, and under it is Bieber for out number 1. Stacey Blitch is up next, 1 for 2 in the game. Outside, 1-0. Over in the air, and the deep drive, gone! Solo shot from Malibu, Stacey Blitch. It's now 6-3 in favor of the Satchmos. In steps the Abraham, or Janet Abraham. She ran a double player last trip. On the ground, foul. 1-1. On the ground, Brady, and he'll take it himself. Bill Barker's up next. Tries to tail back inside, but it's too little too late. I thought it nipped the outside corner. That's why I'm not an umpire. And over in center, and under his Brand Pitt for out number 3. Solo shot, 6-3 in favor of the Satchmos. To the top of the 6th we go. Starting with Kieran Culkin. And we're having a pitching change. Debbie Rice is going to be taking over on the mound for the Sundogs. In there for strike 1. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Tries to get him saying goodnight, but it's outside. 1-2. 2-2 in the dirt. Chuck Woolery. Over in center. Liner. Base hit. In steps Chris Tucker. 2 trips, 2 strikeouts. Runner goes on the ground, and it gets past the infielder, and we got runners going to be in scoring position. Already runners in scoring position to lead off the inning, and in steps Tom Felton. 2 for 2 in the game. Can he make it 3 for 3? 2-0 now. On the ground, foul. 3-0, 3-1, excuse me. And ball 4, bases loaded. Pitcher versus pitcher, or so we think. Jim Carrey's going to be the pitcher. That's going to be it for Keanu Reeves. On the ground, foul. 0-2. Say goodnight. Bases loaded, 1 gone. In steps Jackie Chan. He's 3 for 3 in the game. Swing and misses, ball in the dirt, 0-1. And ball in the letters, 0-1. 0-2, comes up empty. Say goodnight. Sundogs are almost home. In steps Brad Pitt, 0 for 3 in the game. And this cross streak comes to a close. 2 runs are going to score on a double by Brad Pitt. It's now 8-3 in favor of the Satchmos. Make way for Justin Bieber. 1 for 3 in the game. Strike 1, right down Broadway. over and left. That's going to be a base hit. 2 more runs are going to score on the double by Bieber. It's now 10-3 in favor of the Satchmos. Satchmos been on the roll, and they're not done yet. 1 for 3 for Wayne Brady. And he backs up a little bit. 1 and 0. 1 and 1 now. And it's a base hit in center. Runners at the corners this time. Time to make way for Bruno Mars. 2 for 3 in the game. Uppercut. Under it is Rice. And they stop the bleeding. Add another 4 ones to the Satchmos. To the bottom of the 6th we go. In steps Big Nasty Tim Washington. He'll square off against Mr. Beast. And on the ground. And Brady has it for out number 1. In steps Jason McDaniel. He walked his last trip. Inside, 1-0. Two and 0 now. Outside, 3-0. On the verge of losing him again. Here's the pitch. And it's strike 1. Could have been ball 4, but he swung on the ball in the dirt. And on the ground, Mr. Beast over to Wayne Brady for out number 2. Let's see what Mark Rubber does. Over 2 in the game. Way outside. Nowhere close. 1-0. On the ground, Brady again. Balls must love Brady. 1, 2, 3 go the Sundogs. To the top of the 7th we go. We got Kieran Culkin. He's 2 for 3 in the game. Jamie Comas going to be taking over on the mound for the Sundogs. And that could be one way or the other, but it's ball 1. And over liner in center, base hit. In steps Chris Tucker, doubles last trip. Here comes Culkin, and it's going to be a base hit, and it's going to be in center, and it's going to be extra bases and then some. And they're going to wave home Kieran Culkin, and he's in there. 11-3 in favor of the Satchmos. Tom Felton's up next. He walked his last trip. And over in right center, this is going to be a base hit. Another run's going to score. It's now 12-3 in favor of the Satchmos. Instead, Mr. Beast. And just as we figured, we've got to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Owen Wilson. That's going to be it for Mr. Beast. The 0-1. Over and left. And that's going to get past the outfielders. Another run's going to score. 13-3 in favor of the Satchmos. Satchmos came to win. As we got Jackie Chan up next. Outside, ball 1. Let's look at Owen Wilson, now the pitch. And it's going to be putting away Lindsey Francis. And Chong Wayne is out. Roy O'Bannon stays at second. And Brad Pitt misses on 1. And, had the distance, but it's well foul. And 1 and 2 has to back up. Got him. Time to make way for Justin Bieber. And swings and misses. 0-1. 0-2. Tries to get him to say goodnight, but he lays off. 1 and 2. Chuck Woolery count now. Chuck Woolery. Ball 3. Payoff pitch coming right here, right now. Got him. Time to get up and stretch. When we come back, Shea Brown, Warrior Princess, is up next. So here's Shea Brown, Warrior Princess. She'll square off against Justin Timberlake. And Justin over and left, and Justin Bieber puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Denise Loden is going to be the pinch hitter. That's going to be it for Jamie Conomac. And swing and a miss. 0-1. And 1-1. Oh and 2. Way late on that one. And way outside. Got her. Back to the top of the lineup we go. Starting with Lindsey Francis. 0 for 3 in the game. Can she break out this cold streak? And way early on that one. And on the ground, gets past the infielders, and it's a base hit for Lindsey Francis. Instead, it's Malibu Stacy Blitch. Can she capitalize? Tails back inside in time. 0-1. Let's look at Francis, now the pitch. Outside, 1-1. Sundogs got a long way to go, but that doesn't mean it can't be done. This could be 2. And they're going to be throwing over to second to retire the side. The top of the 8th we go, starting with Wayne Brady. And we're going to be having a pitching change. Posse Shalene Machine is here. The 0-1. Swing and miss. Say goodnight. Bruno Mars is up next. 2 for 4 in the game. And back over to Shalene. Shalene over to Abraham for out number 2. Time to make way for Kieran Culkin. 3 singles in his 4 trips. 1-0. And 2-0. Could have been one or the other. And uppercut. Tim Washington. And 1-2-3 inning. Go to bottom of the 8th. Starting with the Abraham or Janet Abraham. And here she is. 1 for 3 in the game. And 1-0. Two 2-0 now. And ooh, that was so strike 1. It's 3-0. And 0-1. Oh, 3-1. And over and right. And putting away is Chris Tucker for out number 1. Bill Barker's up next. And 1-0. Two 2-0. And over in the air. Deep drive. Out of here! Captain America strikes big with a solo shot. It's now 13-4 in favor of New Orleans. Let's see what big nasty Tim Washington does. Can he capitalize with 1 gone? And it's 1-0. And back-to-back jack! Solo shot for Tim Washington. 13-5. Okay, Matt Damon's going to be taking over on the mound for the Satchmos. In there for strike 1, 84 on the gun. Adam Fould. And on the ground, poking over to Brady for out number 2. Mark Weber's up next, 0 for 3 in the game. And we're going to be having a pinch hitter, Sam Martin. Sam the Flame Martin's going to be taking over. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Oh and 2. Outside, 1 and 2. On the ground, and that's going to be base hit. It's going to be a fair ball. And it's going to sprint over to second, and they don't call him Sam the Flame Martin for nothing. He's in there with a double. And Shea Brown, Warrior Princess, is up next. Outside, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. on the ground foul. Over and in the air. Deep drive. Out of here! 2-1 Johnson for Shea Brown, Warrior Princess. 13-7. I smell a comeback. And we're going to have a pinch hitter. That's going to be it for Posse Shalene. Rockin' Ray Robles, Richard Brown, little Richard Brown is going to be taking over. 1-0. And just an over and right, and it's a blooper. It's going to be base hit. Back to the top of the lineup for Lindsey Francis. 1 for 4 in the game. And on the ground. And throw over to second is not in time. So it's first and second with 2 gone. In steps Stacy Blitch. Once again, like the Yogi said, it ain't over till it's over. And there's going to be a comeback. I smell a comeback. And over in center. This should do it. And that'll end the inning as Brad Pitt puts it away. 4 more runs for the Sundogs. Now it's time for the Satchmos to add some insurance as we're here for the 9th. Leather Gun is going to be taking over on the mound for the Sundogs. And base hit. Let's see what Tom Felton does. And Brady goes. Tucker goes, excuse me, and it's not even close. And over in center once again. And Lindsey Francis putting it away. Satchmos down to her last pitcher, and Seth Rogen's going to be the pinch hitter. And back over to the pitcher, or over to first is in time. 1, 2, 3, go the Satchmos. Last chance for the Sundogs. And once again, the Satchmos are in for their last pitcher. And just it over and left. And it's gone! Children go rise Cindy for Janet Abraham. They don't call it the Abrahammer for nothing. It's now 13-8 in favor of the Satchmos. Bill Barker's up next. He homered his last trip. One half back-to-back jacks. And it's juts a foul over to the right. Heads up over there. Strike 2. Ice Cube now at the mound. And juts a foul once again over to the right. 1 and 2. And just it over and right, and it's a fair ball! And can he stretch it out? And he's not going to risk it. The stretching out into 2. In steps Tim Washington. Second half of the back-to-back jacks this past lineup. And it's 1-0. 13-8 in favor of the Satchmos. And swings and misses the ball in the dirt, 1-1. And just it over in third, this could be 2. Out there, and 2 for the price of 1 for the Satchmos. Sundogs got their last chance. Jason McDaniels, the Sundogs' last chance. Swings and misses the ball in the dirt, 0-1. 1-1. And just it over and right, and it's going to be a fair ball. And is he going to stretch it out? He's going to stretch it out. He's going to risk it. And he's in there. Sam the Flame Martin's the last chance. He doubled his first trip. And over and left. And that'll do it. Let the good times roll for the New Orleans Satchmos. The Satchmos have won the Alpha League Division Series. They're going to be squaring off against the Connecticut 93ers. As you can see, the line score. It's pretty dominant for the Sundogs, for the Satchmos, but the Sundogs try to come back. Unfortunately, it's not good enough. Keanu Reeves, the winning pitcher. Lord Scott Patterson, the losing pitcher. And we had tons and tons of homers left and right, and the line score speaks for itself in the stats. Well, the stage is set. It's going to be the Connecticut 93ers taking on the New Orleans Satchmos. Tomorrow we have the deciders for the Beta League Division Series. Who's going to be squaring off against whom? Only time will tell. Until tomorrow, this is Anthony Hard Captain saying so long until the next game. And as always, do it for Michael Teller!